All right, we're alive. Welcome, Chris.
Hey Luke, how you doing?
I'm good. Don't get paranoid.
Okay. I mean, just tell me what the time is.
I don't know what time it is. What does he say? 8:04 or something like that?
8:01, 8:02, 8:04.
All right. Welcome to Franchise Addicts, podcast that usually covers franchise movies, but we're back at you with a brand new movie, only about a week old. If you're gauging how old it is based on when it was released in the Midwest, which was late Wednesday night of last week, I believe.
That's right.
Chris was in attendance.
I was there the first time that they showed it in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Oriental Theater at 7 p.m. Oh man, it was glorious. It was great.
And I waited to do a Monday matinee at Marcus Cinemas, the ultra screen there.
Sounds lovely. You were the only person, right?
I was the only one in the first row area. It's a 2-tier theater for the ultra screen.
Oh wow, yeah.
I sat in the back row, basically where we sat for Civil War.
Yeah.
By myself, no one else in that area. And then I looked up when I used the restroom, and there was like 3 people in the upper deck.
All right. Well, not alone in this. Even at a Monday matinee. That's good. It's his best opening, right? I believe that's true as far as box office.
Yeah, it was around 50
international, 20 and like 25, 20 in the 20s for domestic, which is good. And they definitely they brought out all the ponies for this. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio doing podcasts, doing late night TV shows for the first time in 20 years. This was a big push for this one, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, so it's PTA's first movie since Phantom Thread or Licorice Pizza.
Yes, of course, Licorice Pizza from 2021.
Yeah, so it's been.
What do you think of that? Let's.
Yeah, we can talk more about our favorite PTA movies at the end, but yeah, so Licorice Pizza being the last one, coming off of Phantom Thread, which I enjoyed a lot. Saw that in theaters. Yeah. Waited to see Licorice Pizza streaming. Did not see that in theaters. I thought it was fine. The problem with me and PTA is like some of his movies I do just think are okay. Obviously, he has masterpieces, but with like someone I've seen a lot of like Tarantino comparisons, like who has the better filmography, Tarantino or PTA? It's like it's Tarantino for me because I just like all of the movies more.
It's close.
It's like much better than my least favorite PTA movie.
I'll give him a slight edge personally, but I do think that I honestly haven't seen Hard 8, so there's that. That's on me. But I think every other of his films is at least very good.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
So one of the, I think, and that's the thing too, if you're putting him in the same discussion as Quentin Tarantino, I mean, basically these are the guys. Whether you put Tarantino, he's 1A, PTA is 1B. I mean, there's a handful of other, current auteur directors. But I mean, honestly, they're interesting, and to compare them is also interesting, is because they kind of started working at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and they've had these, prolific careers, as opposed to, your Robert Eggers, your Ari Aster, these guys that are, they're like 2 or 3, 4 films deep, and the jury's totally still out.
Yeah. I think that because you mentioned Ari Aster, this movie is a good companion piece with Eddington.
100%, yeah.
And it's pretty cool that we've now been able to cover both of those movies about a month, 2 months apart. And we both really liked Eddington. If you haven't checked out our Eddington episode, check that out on our feed. Also should be on our YouTube. Just as a podcast episode, there won't be any video. This is our first ever video.
First video. Hi.
Like and subscribe.
They look differently, or I'm curious. Yeah, put a comment if you're like, well, I guess you do see those cartoons of us, but if you're like, wow, this guy was much.
The cartoons are weirdly accurate sometimes. Sometimes they're very cartoony. Sometimes I feel like ChatGPT has found images of me and Chris online and is making the cartoons look more and more like us.
Which is exactly, I believe, truly what's happening.
Yeah, I think we've got the start to a horror movie script basically ready and locked and loaded for October, Chris.
AI horror. That's never been done. There's some
No,
bad ones.
there's an entire TV series called Black Mirror that basically just does AI horror.
AI horror, man. What? Yeah, that's interesting. And then yet we will also have AI that just writes a horror movie. So that's different. There's two. There's horror movies about AI, and there's AI writing horror movies, which I think
Speaking of an AI-written horror movie, I see one right here. Oh yeah, you can't see my mouse, but I'm pointing at Black Phone number 2. Which
this time it's on ice.
Let's talk about some of the trailers that we saw before One Battle.
Sure.
Black Phone 2, which I know you didn't really care for the first Black Phone.
No.
Yeah.
It had a ton of hype.
Maybe the first 30 minutes is fine. After that, it turns into kind of a silly movie.
Yeah, just kind of like a whatever. Like I didn't necessarily think, oh my gosh, that was the worst thing ever. But I also
did you like the Purge movies?
The what ones?
The Purge.
The
also starring Ethan Hawke in the first one.
Master of horror. The first one was decent.
Yeah.
And then there, I don't believe I saw like the many sequels.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the first one. Also, I kind of wanted to see the one with Frank Grillo. I think that was the third one. That was the one that had like, it was the trailer where they're playing like America the Beautiful or something, like in a, dirgy.
It had political overtones.
Yeah.
Like society.
Yeah, Black Phone 2. Ethan Hawke's character, the Grabber, I believe he's called.
That's really original.
Yeah, or something. It's something along the lines of the Grabber is what he's called. In Black Phone 2, it appears that Ethan Hawke is reprising his role as the Grabber, even though he dies in the first one, as a ghost.
On ice. Why is everything on ice?
I don't know.
It's like meet you, baby. I hope there's a cameo from our favorite governor.
He's back making movies. I think he only makes straight to DVD releases, but Schwarzenegger's been acting here and there.
He sure has.
What else? Oh, Bone Temple, another film series that we covered.
I didn't see that trailer, by the way.
My gosh, the Bone Temple is ripping.
Yeah, and I guess I should mention my very exclusive, awesome screening didn't have a single fucking trailer. It didn't even have a like, welcome to the theater, don't talk and eat popcorn. Nothing. Just bam, right to you see the Warner Brothers, and it goes right into Teyana Taylor walking down the street.
I remember our viewing of The Brutalist at the same theater.
Yeah, did they do that too?
Yeah.
Oh,
we basically walked in as the movie was starting and found our seats.
That was awesome.
It was great. Beautiful time.
So you saw the Bone Temple, of course.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that when it comes out.
I would tell you, Chris, don't bother going to YouTube and watch the trailer. Wait till you see a movie where they're gonna show that trailer in front of it, because it is sick. It might be horrible. It really might be terrible, but the trailer is fantastic, and it looks like they're just gonna do the here's what's happening on the island, while the whole last movie was about the people on the outskirts that only visit the main island or the main country here and there. This is gonna be all just people killing zombies, and
we're getting into the zombie center, the metropolis of the area.
But it seems like Ray Fiennes is going to be back. We've got Jack O'Connell as the grown-up child. We saw him at the end of that movie. I believe
the ice.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a really, really fun movie. They're definitely so far afoul now from what the franchise itself kind of was, just even in like a cinematic style. Like this is just going to be crazy. And it's going to be a much bigger budget. I would imagine this is going to be the biggest budget they have.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll have more than 28
years later. It was relatively successful. I think they were like, wow, you guys did it.
Yeah. It's interesting too, though, because this movie was like in the can before. Like, I don't know if I don't think they shot them at the same time because it's a different director and everything. But I remember hearing like, oh, this is happening like in June or July when this movie was still like in theaters. So that's interesting. I wonder if it'll be better or worse than 28
I think it will
weeks.
definitely be different.
Sure, but I'm saying because we'll all agree, first one, wonderful, masterpiece. 28 days. Yep. 28 weeks, pretty bad.
Pretty horrible.
28 years, pretty good. Are we gonna continue the odds are good, the evens suck? Well, we'll see. It will be another movie that is not directed by Danny Boyle. So
is Garland on the writing? Do we know that?
He is actually.
He is.
So that's cool. Yeah.
That works.
Also, there's if you had to over under on how many Purge movies there are.
I would say it's over under 6.5, and I would say it's right at 6.
So technically you're wrong because there's only 5, but there is an untitled 6th Purge film that is in development. So,
all right,
pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe I would have said like if I was actually having people bet on it, I probably would have set it at 4.5.
It's
now that I know it's 5.
You're a betting man. But so anyways, those are the Purge is I would say it's underneath the level that the current movie of the day is that we're talking about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is I was worried about this. I just have to let it go. Bum, 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 bum. Because if I all right, great.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
One battle after another, coming with high expectations. We've got Leonardo DiCaprio in his first movie with Paul Thomas Anderson. Leo's first big movie in a couple years. PTA, like we said, coming back after 4 years of not really releasing anything. Biggest budget of PTA's career, I think like 120 million went into this movie.
Wow. Yeah, that had a big budget for sure.
Like, and just, I mean, he put as much as he possibly could into this movie. So let's get started. We have the opening, which essentially is like, it's like a 45-minute opening, but it sets the stage so well for everything because the rest of the movie is very linear. Like it is just following Leo as stuff is happening to him. And we just go from point A to point B at the end of the movie.
More or less in real time, right?
Yep. Watch all the action in between. But then there's this like basically 40 to 45-minute opening to the movie. And I didn't even realize it as it was going on. Like, obviously, first off, how long it was, but it's essentially a montage. Like,
there's a lot of montage action. Yes, I do. I remember that.
Like there's no just like, here's the scene, characters talk, scene's over, boom, on to the next scene. It's just like, here is just snippets of these people and their lives.
Eye of the Tiger to them starting a revolution, blowing up banks, and you've got Leo, who's not named Bob yet at that point, and Perfidia.
He's what do they call him? Like Bango or like something whipbag?
Oh man,
Boom Squad.
No,
and it's something to do with he's the explosive guy
for
their crew. Yeah, you got Jungle Pussy, you got the leader. Teyana Taylor. Oh my gosh, playing Perfidia. What's her last name? Isn't it like
Beverly? I was trying to get Leonardo's name, but let's look at it. Because it's good podcast. It's good live podcasting when you Google stuff. And let's see. Okay, we've got. Let's see if they're going to give us more of the. Oh no. Bum, 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 bum. We just have Perfidia. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, it's a longer name. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, the movie essentially starts with the opening raid at the border with Homeland Security. We get to meet Colonel Lockjaw, Sean Penn, who is introduced in a pretty wild manner. Definitely sets his character up, gets a couple of big, character traits of his jammed into the audience's mind.
Yeah, we get, and it's Perfidia Beverly Hills.
There you go.
And Ghetto Pat Calhoun. Ghetto Pat.
Love it.
Yeah, so there we go. And of course, they're both in the French 75, and yes, they're going to the Mexican border and blowing stuff up, and that is where.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty lax Mexican border too. It's like they basically catch all of the border guards asleep and pretty easily take it over and have a semi truck lined up to pile everyone into and get them out of there. But as that's going on, Perfidia finds the guy that's, the base leader. That would be our Colonel Lockjaw.
Yeah.
And did he have an erection before she came in, or did she
She made it happen. She willed it.
Yeah. And then she does not want it to stop. But he will get no satisfaction this time.
So it's interesting, her character's motivation. This is, I think, the first time it's early on, and her Teyana Taylor, also Perfidia Beverly Hills, is really only in. Her major role is in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, she's like a looming force throughout the rest of the movie that drives most of the plot, but she is not present.
So we get this. This is when we have to take the most out of her character, and I think that we see here, when she starts to do these things with Colonel Lockjaw and her general demeanor when she becomes a mother, where Leo is kind of left at home to take care of the baby. We got to get the idea of, who is this person? Is she pure good? I don't think so. Or purely likable, or she's a complex character that could absolutely maybe ultimately not be a good guy.
I mean, she's excellent in the role. Incredible acting.
Do you know she was a singer most of her life?
Yes, I did know that. I did.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad you knew
that. What I was going to say is that her character and the characterizations of her in this movie are very much just like the general idea of what it takes to be a revolutionary. Like, you do have to do what the outside eye could be seen as evil. Like, you have to kill people. Now,
can't be a mom.
Revolutionary, these are righteous killings. But you are killing, looting, robbing, all in the sake of hopefully creating a more balanced and free future for the people that you're fighting for. But the people that have to do the fighting, that have to do the revolution, are they good people, or are they just the people for that job? And she is very good at this thing.
I think it's really a good move too, because it makes that side a little ambiguous too. It's not like necessarily, even though I think the movie does have a point of view, it's not like, well, this side is just amazing and there's nothing, it's just going to be positives, and look at this amazing family. There's problems there. She's, they have a tense, problematic relationship at times. And then, she takes things with Lockjaw further than she needs to regarding any type of revolution. It doesn't, like, what she's doing goes beyond that. She's doing it, I don't know, to fuck with him. Does she like him? I don't know. I don't think she really likes him.
Yeah, but
likes she likes having like the enemy in her palm to do whatever she wants to.
Yeah. I think
the power.
She rightly sees him as the type of person that she wants to topple. That this is what the revolution is for, to take guys like him down a peg.
And she can do that, with guns and with her sexuality. And
she wields every single weapon that she possibly has against this guy.
Yeah. So,
and I mean, eventually we get to see like what Lockjaw's like goal is, like what his ideal thing that he wants to do is, and like he is a part of that group of people that she is technically fighting the revolution against. So it does make sense that she pinpoints this guy and is like, this is the guy that I'm going to make an example of like what I am actually fighting against and how I'm going to fight against it.
Yeah. So
do you think that she likes Bob, the man we will know as Bob?
Yes, like, I do, but I think that she
loves him. She loves him.
She maybe loves him as much as she understands what love is. But I mean, she's got bigger things, bigger stars in her eyes, and it's not to fall in love with a man and settle down. That's just not. She's like, so I mean, as far as I think also, they clearly have a large fondness for each other, and I think there's something like that, Just
I think Bob worships her, just like Sean Penn does. They just do it in different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
But I think that, I mean, and Perfidia, like, I've heard some people talk about, she's a bad mom or whatever because she abandons the kid due to...
She's abandoned her child.
Yes.
She's abandoned her girl.
Way to go, PTA. Flip the genders.
Yep.
But, like... she didn't necessarily like want to be a mom. She has not like really professed it, like until the letter at the end, like where she does open up about it and admits that like it sucked that she missed out on something she didn't realize at the time could have been like this incredible thing for her. But she just wasn't in the right head spot. And it happens, as it often does, where you have a kid when the timing isn't perfect, because that's how it works. And she makes a mistake. Like, this is her big mistake. And she took something that was supposed to be, like I said before, the example of like, this is who I'm fighting against. This is how I'm going to fight against them. And it backfires. And it's tragic that she, gets caught, has to rat out all of the other people in the French 75. And that becomes her legacy when it really could have been so much more.
Yeah, and I think maybe it also speaks to the fact that when there's war going on, violent war between two people or two parties, two sides, that really, if you take a close look, I mean, there's tons of humanity is lost by both sides, even if one has a quote righteous cause.
Exactly. So,
and Will is with us.
Yeah.
Chase Infinity is that actress's name. Cool name.
Very cool.
I think she's related to Buzz Lightyear. But
I feel like I've seen her in something and I couldn't really...
I thought she was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's fantastic in the film. She doesn't get to do a whole lot until kind of the Sean Penn scene with her at the end, where I think she kind of is able to dial it up. And
she's in one of the greatest car chase scenes in in modern cinema.
Wow, yeah. I mean,
or a good one, a very good one.
I mean, I think it's incredible.
Maybe
one of the best things put on screen in the last 5 years. Like, it's like that car chase scene and the atomic bomb is like,
hell yeah, man. Just think about it. You have an afternoon, you watch both of those sequences back to back. God damn.
Dude, you watch the car scene, and as soon as she shoots and doesn't get Leo at the end, then you just go right into atomic bomb content.
Yeah, you just get them
with their test, baby.
That was good. So yeah. So then, I mean, we'll jump forward to keep
Yeah,
moving.
Perfidia has to leave. She eventually gets caught. She makes a deal with the devil. She makes a deal with Sean Penn to kind of get her out of this. She gets put into a halfway house so that she can stay, protected as she rats out other people in the French 75. There's a montage of them getting all rounded up, and Sean Penn and her have sex at some point during this. It seems to be
And you could
consensual.
maybe Manny, well, maybe, I mean, obviously that's a big part of why she deepens her relationship with Lockjaw is because she's got to save her ass.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah.
And so all that happens. We find out that she's pregnant with a great smash cut from the Lockjaw, her sex scene, to her shooting a automatic rifle with.
Is that good for the fetus?
I would doubt it. I believe Bob mentions a couple of times. It's like she doesn't even act like she's pregnant. She's like drinking and shooting guns.
Yeah, it's amazing that Willa is such a fine young woman with all her faculties.
Yeah, but it doesn't go well for Perfidia. She has to steal away after she essentially refuses Lockjaw's care. I don't even think she makes it to trial. She bounces before them, steals away to some. We basically see her across the Mexican border, and then we hear later on. Do we know whether or not it's true that Lockjaw did hunt her down and eventually kill her, or does he just say that? Because he does mention it a couple times that he killed her.
Killed who?
Perfidia.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it is. I believe he meant. I might be misremembering this, but I believe he might be lying that he tracked her down and killed her.
Yeah, because I don't know. At the end, I thought I mean, you don't have to read it as she's still alive or anything, but yeah, I don't know. It also doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does not matter. But we get to meet Bob now, old man Bob, who he's a boozer. He's a drug addict.
Pothead, yeah.
And he's got a daughter that he is very protective of. They're living in a sanctuary, right outside of a sanctuary city, kind of in this hideaway place. He's doing the best that he can to basically keep his daughter off the grid. She's not allowed to have a cell phone. She obviously has a cell phone, which he funnily finds out later. And, everything starts coming back up again. Lockjaw gets involved. There is a meeting with these very weird old guys that are a part of the St. Nick's Club.
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Hail St. Nick.
Hail St. Nick. I thought it was very funny because or at least two of the old men in this are bad dads from TV shows.
Yeah, very well cast.
Yeah, so Friday Night Lights, one of the guys is J.D. McCoy's dad, a famous, horrible dad that everybody hated when that TV show was on air. And then Locke's dad from Lost is the main guy in the middle. All-time horrible dad. John Locke's dad from the TV show Lost.
Jim Downey is one of the guys.
Comedy writer for Saturday Night Live.
He wrote for 30 seasons. So
yes,
awesome.
And is he the one that says Semen Demon?
I believe so, because he's got to be the older guy. And yeah,
she sperm jacked you. It's a Semen Demon.
Yeah, no, that's one of the many really, really funny lines. Very quick. Funny lines there.
Yeah, but this is where Lockjaw realizes that his relationship with Perfidia and his potential daughter with her is going to keep him out of the Christmas Adventurers Club, which is a white nationalist group that they want to rid the world of like punk rock.
Yeah, all kinds of things. It's
well, they don't say it like specifically that they only want white people in America, but they tangentially mention lots of other things surrounding it.
Yeah, that's they make it very clear who they are and what they want.
Yeah, So eventually, I forget what actually happens to kick stuff off. There's obviously like a call to Leo while his daughter's at a dance, and
what kicks it off, I believe, right, is that Lockjaw wants to join Christmas Adventurers Club, and they say that we think that you have a daughter with perfidia. You got to go.
Lockjaw says to like his homies, basically like, hey, come up with a reason why we have to raid the sanctuary city where they're living.
Yep.
Come up with some drug thing, and we'll basically shut the city down, find these guys, and get out. And get a nice little woo America, we cleaned up a city.
Yeah, just all for your personal gain. Luckily, that doesn't ever happen in the real world.
No, never. Not like it's happening an hour and a half south of us very, very soon.
Go Brewers.
So yeah, this is basically where everything gets kicked off. We get a phone call to Bob, who doesn't remember any of the code words, any of the secret sayings, anything that basically will let the remnants of the French 75 know that he is who he claims to be. We kind of also find out that the French, or at least who's left of the French 75, is a bunch of like kind of idiots that like do it pretty performatively, where they're
I think it's
really into the code words and the code lingo.
Yeah, I think it's a poking fun at maybe a more polite, progressive.
Yeah, it's the hippies or the revolutionaries of today as opposed to the revolutionaries of the 60s and 70s. Where it's like, yeah, we used to actually like, battle and rage, and now you guys are all just about political correctness online.
You're invading my audio space. Something like that. You're triggering me. Yeah. So yeah, that's some of the funniest lines in the movie. That's where Leo starts.
He's on the phone calling in the Gray Hawk.
Yeah.
Calling it a motherfucking Gray Hawk. He finally gets one code right, and it's basically to talk to your supervisor. And he's like, Gray Hawk, motherfucker.
Then he gets it right. What's the favorite kind of pussy? Mexican hairless.
Woo.
He gets that. So that was great. That's for
out of his drug-addled brain, he is able to remember that one thing about a guy he used to know.
PTA, known for great phone conversation scenes, a la Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
Philip Seymour Hoffman does most of his work in that film on the phone.
Incredible. Yeah. No, I mean, that scene is fantastic. We get introduced early on to Benicio del Toro's character of Sensei. I'm just going to call him Sensei. His full name you see on the screen there is Sensei Sergio St. Carlos. It is very funny that he is a Hispanic sensei. But hey, your senseis are the area of the United States that you are in. And this is a heavily Hispanic area, so your sensei is going to be Hispanic, buddy.
And he also does the Hispanic Harriet Tubman.
Yes. Well, he's essentially like the leader of the sanctuary city, at least when it comes to the illegals that are living in the city. Because he's like he's got all the keys to like the apartment complex or whatever building they have all these apartments in. He knows all the back doors. He's got tunnels. This guy's all set up. It's so cool. Like just watching, I think this has been mentioned on many podcasts before, but watching somebody in a movie be super competent is like really enjoyable. And this guy, like, he must have run this drill a couple of times before, because he knows exactly what's going on. He doesn't panic. Like every single time that he just, is doing his like, just calm down, not a big deal, while everything is like raging behind him. Like when they finally leave his studio where, he teaches karate, and he's like rushing and kind of grabbing everything, and Leo's freaking out and doing all this stuff. Yet he still takes the time before he leaves to like bow to the mat.
Yes. He's not on the mat. Yeah, he's the master of chill.
And then Leo is just going full insanity, and just watching him try to find a plug for his phone.
He's got to charge his phone.
His 1G phone, because they don't track 1G anymore, Chris.
Oh my gosh.
We're 5G now.
Wonderful. All the stuff with him and phones is pretty good. And having a character that needs to urgently plug in their phone, I think, is something that we need more of in modern cinema, because it's a problem we all face.
I have definitely been there, where
We've all been there.
Whether traveling or something, where I'm literally just holding a cable and my phone, just going like, somebody tell me what to do. I need power.
Mm-hmm. It's the movie Apple doesn't want you to see.
Yeah. The moving through the city, seeing, or Benicio del Toro grabbing the gun from under the bed, and like the way that PTA shoots it, where you see where the gun is under the bed, and then you see del Toro down on the ground, and you're like, oh, that'll be an easy grab, and then he reaches for it, and then you get clued into the depth. And you're like, what is he going to do? Then it goes to an overhead, and you see him doing like the wheeling thing as he's like trying to get himself under this bed. And then he presents it to Leo, the rifle, like, he was like, hell yeah, dude. And then he teams him up with these skateboarders, because Benicio's got to do his own thing. Sensei has to like actually get these illegals back to safety. So he sends them with the skateboarders, who are like skateboarder parkour dudes that are just like flying around the
very cool scene, yeah.
And then the smash cut to them jumping over the roof to get to the other side, and then it cuts to the ground, angling up, and you just see a tree, and then Leo just runs into the tree and falls fucking on his face. Bounces up pretty good.
And then immediately is tased.
And the tasing killed me.
Yeah, it's great.
I was dying. That's the hardest I've laughed in theaters this year, was him getting immediately after that. Because I'm like, what is he gonna do? Like, just like wander around in the crowd down there, like maybe find Sensei, and then he like just gets across that corner and bang, just a jump scare without scaring you. It was a jump laugh.
It was awesome.
So I just coined that, jump laugh.
Jump laugh. So, I mean, I want to talk about. I know we don't want to get this too long. I have to jump out.
Whatever. I mean, we basically set it up. We're in the middle now, so talk about whatever.
I mean, I just wanted to. I don't know. I think this is great. This had so many moments that just made me smile, as far as just the filmmaking. Obviously, the car scene. There's so many funny moments. There's so many just wonderfully shot moments, like when Willa goes to meet Sean Penn, Lockjaw, in that huge room for the first time. There's just really beautiful filmmaking done.
Well, even the close-in shots of him doing the DNA test, like just stuff like throwaway stuff like that, is just done so well in that scene. Those two are just like really putting it on, like acting-wise. Sean Penn is just. I mean, I could argue that it's a little like too involved. Like, I would like to see a little bit more of Penn underneath, but like, he is just going full military guy. He's gonna make it happen.
The best performance of his in at least, I mean, in a long time, because I feel like he's done well. I don't know. I thought that was a little.
I think that was his last Oscar, was Mystic River.
But anyways, it was just an amazing role, and also him to be willing to play like a horrible person, and the way he is killed is amazing and hilarious, and the fact that he comes back after getting shot in the face.
Dude, how about that haircut?
The haircut says a lot. With a comb. Oh,
well, he does the comb first, and then he's got to really get that brush.
Oh. So, I mean, I have to. Do we want to talk a rank and a best character? I have to hop off in a moment, but I wanted to see if we could get into that a little bit.
Yeah. So let's do our ranking of the movie. We'll give it out of 10. We'll give our favorite performance in the movie, and then let's give our top 3 PTA movies.
Perfect.
See if this landed in the top 3.
Okay. So I will say my score for it would be 9.1.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured this was going to be in the 9s for you.
Um,
This is one of the best, guys. This is one of the best movies we've ever covered. Like, just
100%.
hands down.
And then, performance of the movie, I'd give it to Leo. Sean Penn is very good at what he's doing, as is Benicio del Toro, as Teyana Taylor. They're all good performances. Leo's just kind of he's the main character, so why not?
I like when he goes to the Leo scream a couple of times for the "Feel the Revolution!"
Life.
We just know Leo so well now, and we've seen him do so many different iconic characters, yet he still does just Leonardo DiCaprio stuff in every single one of his characters in any movie that he's in. Like, it's just great.
We love him. Biggest movie star alive. Scene, I have to go with the car chase. But there are so many. When she reads the letter, when she meets when Willa meets Jungle Pussy in the monastery. And there's so many great scenes, but I'm gonna go with the car chase, and my MVP will be PTA because of course, and my top 3 are gonna be so There Will Be Blood is number 1 with a bullet.
Yep.
Okay. Then I think, I haven't rewatched Magnolia for a while, but I feel like it should be in the top 3. The Master, I love until the last third of it, so that's my problem. That's why I will not have it in the top 3, because I think the ending is bad. I think the first 2/3 are like one of the best movies that's been made in the last, 50 years. Amazing. I just feel like they don't. I don't know. It loses. It just loses me at the end. Very sad. Boogie Nights is great. Also haven't seen it for a while, but that could be up there. I'll say, and it's not Licorice Pizza. It's not Inherent Vice. It's not Hard Eight. I haven't seen Hard Eight. And it's The Phantom Thread. Also very much in consideration. Let's just do. Let's do this. Who cares? There Will Be Blood. We'll do Magnolia, and let's put this at number 3. Let's do it.
Hey, one of us has to do it.
Yeah.
So my performance of the movie, I'm giving it to Benicio del Toro. I think Sensei character is just iconic. And I love it. Also, shout out to Wood Harris, who plays Laredo, who's one of the revolutionaries at the start of the movie. I believe he gets got. But I love seeing Wood Harris and stuff. Avon Barksdale himself. My scene, it's the car chase. Guys, I wish we could spend more time on it, but the car chase is absolutely unbelievable. It's so boring, yet so captivating all at the same time. That road that they shot on location, like people talk about, like it is scary just driving that road in general, let alone basically flooring it in 2 decently fast cars and a Charger and Mustang. Like and just the fact that like the whole movie comes to this point, and like just the way that they're going through the road and seeing each other, and the way that it finishes, and like Willa learning how to, like, as it goes along, how she's going to put an end to this. Like it just fully encapsulates the movie, is a perfect kind of finishing note. Obviously there's more at the back end, but I think it's one of the best scenes in the last 5 years. And
100%.
MVP is PTA. Obviously he's the auteur. He wrote it.
Yeah, do it.
He directed it. He got Leo to sign on, and I would assume helped to have him with Sean Penn, giving as good a performance as he did. Sean Penn seems kind of like an ornery guy, but when PTA is telling you to do something, you're going to do it. And then my rating out of 10, 8.9. 8.9. Like
So close. Okay, now what's
I
the
would
top?
have probably given it a 9.1 if you had not given it a 9.1 first. I don't like it as much as Alien, which I think is the highest I've rated a movie on our show so far. It's probably close to The Dark Knight, but Dark Knight's so iconic. Give this movie some time. We'll see how long it lasts. It's just so early on. I can't give it a 9.
Good point.
Second viewing, if I like it just as much, it definitely goes to a 9 and so forth. My top 3 PTA. 3, Phantom Thread.
Oh, that's good.
This movie's not going to be in my top 3. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
2 is Boogie Nights. I love
Good.
Boogie Nights. And then number 1, Magnolia. No, it's There Will Be Blood. Come on.
Yes, of course.
No, it's Julianne Moore's performance in Magnolia in the drugstore. Don't you call me lady? I come in here. I give these to you.
I want to see it again. So many great performances. But yeah, There Will Be Blood.
Oh my gosh. I have multiple times within the service industry had women act like that towards me. And I was like, I don't know what to do for you. Why are you crying?
You got to bring out your inner Tom Cruise and Magnolia there. But that's a different podcast.
Tom Cruise is incredible in Magnolia.
He really is.
Respect the cock.
Tame? No, that's okay. We'll go watch it if you want to find out the rest.
Out on YouTube, Chris.
Yeah. We don't want to start out getting banned. Okay, so then
hey, fun fact, YouTube and all those out there, you did not allow me to run advertisements to get people to listen to our Eddington episode, and you cited political ideas on that episode. The movie is about political ideas. No shit, we're talking about political ideas. Don't necessarily hold any of those ideas that we talked about. We literally had to talk about the movie. So why would you put a ban on me promoting that episode for political reasons? It is a movie about politics. But it does bring me to my last point. Did you like this more than Eddington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddington's great. I love it.
I think to me, it's pretty darn close. I think this is definitely better. Like, there's just more to it. The action scenes are bigger. I think some of the ideas in Eddington I may like more than this.
The ending of Eddington is a little much. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's very these two people. It's very Ari Aster. It's very Paul Thomas.
It's very cynical.
Yeah. Oh.
Eddington is very cynical. While I think this movie has some heart.
Yeah, it does. But it also has a lot of complex ideas in it. So,
should we tell them what's happening next week?
Yes. So if you guys tuned in for our live stream, which none of you did, that's fine. You would be able to hear early what franchise we're covering next, because we're back, baby. Alien Earth is over. We're back to franchises. We're back to being the Franchise Addicts. And we're going to be covering for the month of October, spooky season, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
So we have The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then all of the newer Evil Dead movies.
Which are two. Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise. And there's another one coming out next year. But anyways, very excited to do this.
Sam Raimi, who got famous later on for Spider-Man, the first trilogy of Spider-Man movies. This was his first foray into the Hollywoods. And it's going to be very interesting because The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are essentially the same movie, much like Mad Max and Mad Max 2, where basically the director started off having almost no budget, made a movie that got relatively successful, and then the studio was like, hey, just basically remake that movie and here's more money. And that's Evil Dead 2. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a couple of cool guests on. They're going to be new to the show. And we're going to get that scheduled up. And we're going to have a fun October, Chris.
Can't wait. I'll talk to you soon, Luke. Thanks, everybody.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Is this the end that everyone will still see?
Yep. Now it's
awesome.
Now it's not done. Now it's done.